That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, yep. No, just check it out and see how you're doing and what tempo you're at, whatever. So.
1, 2, 3.
You guys obviously know the notes, the rhythms, and what to do. Let's really exaggerate dynamics. So like eyeball strokes with the double, triple forte, and you guys have to kind of match and pass that dynamic off back and forth. So his fortissimo is a little louder than yours. So no matter what, whatever you start, you take, or whatever you start, you take. So that was one thing we had to do as well, was match that. But start that one more time at the beginning. We'll probably keep going that time, but it sounds really good. You guys have a really steady pulse, and it sounds really nice.
Do you have double forte?
Yeah, I'll just be louder.
Yeah, that's all it was.
Piano after that. So.
Right, and that's something, so when you'll feel the drastic difference, it almost felt like a forte, mezzo forte versus a fortissimo piano. So,
Alex Garcia, are you in the office?
Really exaggerate.
Come here now.
Yeah. What's good?
Yeah, there you go. That saves the world for this
Stop.
piece right
Okay.
now. Now you got it.
into your assessment,
You're
please.
Right rhythms.
More sound if you can.
Alright, cool. Let's hop on that section too. Really good job. I actually got like, a little bit of goosebumps because you're playing with energy and I can really tell. And you guys are making really great eye contact with ensemble. I also hear breathing. Something I was never taught as a percussionist is to breathe. Every time you can possibly breathe together. That's probably coming from this guy here who's been a percussionist.
I've never told him that.
No, I'm
Never.
sure. But breathing is that's how you're gonna play together. Even if you're in the march, wherever you're at, anywhere together, eye contact, and it's gonna be guaranteed. You don't even need a conductor really.
Yeah,
So
I
we'll-
kind of think
you know,
of not.
But that's awesome for you guys because for some of us at CF at a college level, it was kind of a little tough to keep for some of them to keep it going. Sacrificial right. What does that piece mean to you, or what is it? What is the setting, or what is it?
Well, we went through it before, but
That's okay.
Dark forest, like this big fire.
That's cool. You got there you go. So, and what are we sacrificing? Anything? It doesn't have to be.
Kendrick.
Cool. When
And Matt,
this-
because they were late.
So in this piece, this can always be up for debate. When do we think the sacrifice happens?
I feel like it's like right at. Yes.
Right, like when we just stopped, right, like that 160. So that's got to be the most powerful part of the whole piece, just in my opinion. So and it pretty much was. It was really solid there.
Hey guys, after feature, okay, you got that quarter rest, which is gonna seem like an eternity. So in your brain, you gotta hear feature, so you gotta subdivide in the rhythm that you're gonna play, so you would give that rest full value.
Yep, for sure. Yeah, I think that sounds good. If you guys want to run through that part again, if not,
Can we
we can.
go? 141. Yeah, 140. Get
Okay,
that
cool.
part again.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Hey, is that what's wrong with that?
Oh, here.
Did you tighten it?
No,
Okay, because that is.
So who's in now? 4?
I'm 4.
You're 4, right? I mean not 4. I meant 3. Okay, cool.
Everybody's here except for 5,
Okay.
and you got me.
Yeah. Physically, maybe not mentally.
Wow.
That was good. That was great. It's not easy to say. Remember.
Alright, go.
Just don't use it then.
Okay.
141. Yeah.
be doing next to nothing, just
Okay.
there for basically moral support.
Yeah, the only part was where the time got a little weird when it gets a little soft. Oh, where is that? I don't know, but it wasn't that bad. You were doing a little counting in there that kind of helped. I think we had a part missing. The part where you have those kind of like herdas, where you have the accent on the, it's a triplet, and then the first partial has the
What?
oh man.
I love making that.
Okay, so measure
Wait,
151, that area. I think the accent needs to come out a little bit more on the downbeats for you guys there. And then when you're going a little crazy on the chimes, if anything, you're rushing, which is good because that means you can play it fast. So just relax in it because it's exciting and you're like, yeah, I got all these notes on the chimes, So take your time with that. Listen if you have to, but you become more dominant at that part and they follow you, and they did. So we kind of, pulled a little bit with tempo. But it's good to talk about tempo and dynamics in a piece. So,
I just had you said you guys did this.
yeah, we did this.
What do you guys do about like the fingertips? I mean, we try to get like a good maybe mezzo forte, but I just like
You
it
did
just
the best you
sucks.
can. Some of us talked about using different fingers and whatever. Like, is this better? Is your middle finger better? But I don't think it's going to be too much of a big deal. As long as whatever dynamics you have, because dynamics are relative. You probably heard that 1,001 times. So forte, you may have to really play it fortissimo to get a big sound, and then piano, just play really soft. So a lot of people know this piece. They're probably not even going to look down a whole lot of the score. They want to see what you're doing, especially once they see, man, these guys can play. Now I'm going to look at technique. They're going to stare around and see, man, where are they putting their sticks? How's this set up? How are we getting from point A to point B? Do I hear those mallets sitting down? All those little things. So you want to be able to get to things really quick, really fast, quietly. So that's the secret always, with percussion is you can set it up kind of how you want. You have the freedom to do that. But you want to make sure that it makes sense and you have good logic behind it. So.
Guys, you want to hit the last section, 179 to the end? We got just about enough time for that.
Yeah.
All right. Give me a redo on all these chords this week.
170 or 179?
179. I have there?
Alright, hold on.
Yeah.
One sound, sorry, I said 270.
That's okay. 179. Cool.
Listen.
You got it? You got it?
I was at 270.
And I would also think about not having the hi-hat as open. So kind of like drum set-ish, like, yeah. Because it'll give you a more precise rhythm on that E, E, You guys did really good with the weird partials everywhere. I thought the timing was great. Go ahead.
Well, that's why you wait for that on Monday. If we bring the head, oh well, you're a senior. Wait a second. I don't like that logic. Alright guys, let's transition this room to a concert band today. Thank you. Thank you, Mr.
guys.
Sexton.
No, thank you for your time. I appreciate you letting me sit in.